Okay, so earlier I recorded a video on school funding and one on SEN notional budget and posted them to my Facebook page and onto Twitter, and a couple of people have been on them already and viewed them, which, bearing in mind I only put them up there at 3:30, isn't bad going. It's currently about 5 to 8. And then I got a couple of questions thrown straight back at me on Facebook, one of which was, so where does EHCP funding come from? And perhaps I skated over it a little bit too quickly in the previous videos. So EHCP funding is not a part of your Element 1 and it's not a part of your Element 2 funding. It is your Element 3 funding. It's that additional money that you apply for, and it's named and it's ring-fenced against special children. Now, this is where there is a problem, because some local authorities will give you money with the EHCP. They will say, okay, yes, we'll give the child an EHCP and here's an amount of money to deliver what we are saying is their legal entitlement in Section F. And you don't apply for it, you don't apply for that funding, you're just given that funding, but you have to deliver what is in Section F. In other schools, they have to physically apply for that money. So the child is issued their EHCP, and then the SENCO, the school, have to make an application into the high needs budget of their local authority to meet the needs of the child, to meet their statutory obligations under Section F. So I couldn't actually answer the person. I don't know which local authority they are. I don't know how every local authority in the UK works. Few of them, but not all of them. So I couldn't answer directly, but there is your answer. You're either given the money from the local authority as Element 3 funding directly for that student. It is still named for that student, or you are applying for that money. Regardless, it is still called Element 3 or top-up funding. Now I'd like to confuse you even more. So, in addition to that pot of money, or in addition to that EHCP allocated pot of money, you can also, in some, not all, local authorities, you can apply for money to meet the needs of students who are higher level than the rest of those that you're meeting the needs of in school. So if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that you don't get £6,000 to meet the needs of every child with SEN, and you might have run out of that money, or maybe you've spent £6,000 on them and you need another couple of thousand to meet their needs, but they're not EHCP students, or they don't meet the threshold, or you're in the process of applying, whatever it is. Local authorities tend to have pots of money for that purpose. Not all of them, some of them, most of them. And again, it differs with every local authority. So some local authorities give money to families of schools, and they allow those family SENCOs to divvy up that pot of money amongst themselves and make the decision who needs it based on a kind of local criteria. In other local authorities, again, it's back to that process of applying for the funding. In some local authorities, it's first come, first served. So there is no straightforward answer to where does my EHCP funding come from. The overarching answer is it comes from your local authority's high needs budget, but your process for getting that funding is very, very different depending where you are in the country. I hope that kind of answers the question, and you'll notice it's nice and dark here now, and there is a child sitting on this table here who's actually managed to stay quiet for the whole of the video. Wave, Xavier! Oh look, he's waving with his feet. There we go, and a nice little dance. Hope that helped, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.